Good evening, everyone. Welcome back, folks. Today is May 14th, 2023. I'm your host, Samantha, with a new episode of MMTV. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Tonight, Chris is back with a new segment of Drum Studio. Then we have Natalie and myself with Blonde Talks. Then, States by Emmett. And to close off this block, Avery. Hi, my name is Samantha, and this is Blonde Talks. Welcome back to another episode. Today we will be discussing different popular shoe trends and what our thoughts are about them. Alrighty, today we're gonna start off talking about Golden Goose. I feel like a lot of us okay, so let me preface this. So Golden Goose are a designer brand of shoes. I'm sure you've seen them even if you don't know the name. They're the little sneakers with a star on them. A lot of the times they are actually made to look dirty and used, and that's the style. But they retail for a lot of money. Usually like $400, $500. So yeah. Natalie, let's start off. What are you kind of thinking about it? We're a little sick today. We're doing so good, so ignore the voices. I'm on the tail end of mine. She's starting hers, you know. Friends that go through it together stay together. But anyway, if you can talk, how do you feel about those?
I like them. I think they're nice. I don't love the vintage look, but I feel like, I don't know, they're not like horrible. I personally wouldn't spend $400 on something that I can make dirty myself.
Preach. Yeah. Yeah. My thing is, you know, if you like them, more power to you. I bet you look great in them. But for me personally, I think they're giving a little bit of early 2000s vibes for me, which is coming back in trend. I mean, not that trends matter, you know, whatever makes you happy. But me personally, I'm not a huge fan of them. Also, the fact that they look dirty when they come, I'm not spending $500 for my shoes to look dirty, you know? I don't know.
I want clean shoes.
I don't know, they never stood out to me. I'm a trend follower. I will say it. I like the trends, but like never stood out to me, which is good. My wallet likes that.
Okay, the next shoe brand is Birkenstocks. I love them. I think they're so comfortable. I have a pair of them myself, and I literally go like, I'll go to the gym in them, change into my sneakers. They're just so easy to slip on and off, and I think that's perfect for like if you were going like to the beach or just on regular like shopping day. Like they're perfect, and they're so comfortable.
I'm personally not a huge fan of the shoes. I bullied my sister for having them. That's a secret. Anyway.
They're cute, so don't hate. We love them.
That's an opinion.
Her opinion doesn't matter.
Her opinion doesn't matter. Never buy them. But not something I personally
What do
need.
you go to the beach? Blazers?
No, I bring flip-flops.
Oh
Like,
God, you're atrocious.
what the truck, Natalie? Like, why wouldn't I bring flip-flops?
Because they're not comfy.
Anyway, micro Uggs, okay? Like the baby Uggs. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you stay with the trends, they've been very trendy. What are your thoughts, Nat?
I love them, but I really want a pair, but they're really expensive. I think they're so cute. And Megan has a pair, and I love them, and they just look so comfy and like Birkenstocks, but like, I think they're really cute. So
Slime. Yeah, I actually have a pair. I love them.
wait, what?
Yeah, I wear them like every day after Christmas.
I'm talking about the little ones with like no this part, just this.
I have the half micro Uggs, and I love them.
The mid.
Thank you so much for watching. This has been your host, Samantha.
And Natalie.
Have a great night, everyone.
Have it 1, 2, 3.
Have a great night, everyone. is well known that Monument is home to many talented artists, though it's not every day that we get to marvel at their work, though now there is an opportunity to do so at Great Barrington's Fuel Cafe. Right now, the student art show is taking place, so head on over to check it out. Now, let's head on over to food from around the world, and then after that we have Fake It Till You Bake It and this week's lunch menu and weather. What's your name?
Ray.
What do you have for lunch today?
I had a kind of stir-fried thing with some fruit and then some chips and this granola bar.
How was it?
Pretty good, actually.
And
I liked it a lot. It was like a 9 out of 10.
did you make it?
I did make the stir-fry. The rest is like feedback. What's your name?
Were you in New York Caroline?
And what'd you have for lunch today?
I had some noodles with some meat, like some hamburger helper type stuff, and then I had a granola bar and some chips.
Is it pretty good?
Yeah, it's really good.
What would you rate it out of 10?
Choice. I would say like a 9.5. I could have put some like gummies in there, but it was really good.
Okay, thank you.
Now, let's continue on with Andre as he dives into some of the latest and upcoming music. Then we hand it off to Ashley and Charlie. Then after that, we head on over to Tech Tips.
Yeah, what's up?
If you could live in one time period, what time period would it be and why?
You know, I would say it's a tough call, it really is. I would like to live in a time period where I could actually spend some time with my grandparents when they were younger. You know what I'm saying? Because I never really had a chance to meet them, so it would probably be like the 1950s. I think the 50s looked really fun to me. You know, it's right after World War II, and things were kind of booming. And it was like, you know, a lot of cool old cars, and you know, I'd get to hang out with my young grandparents, and that would be just awesome. So
That sounds fun.
yeah, it's cool.
All right, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a great day.
One time period, when would it be and why?
I'd say the 1980s. That was exactly. But the 1980s because the music was so good, and, you know, the vibes were great.
Yeah.
High school in the 80s was great, apparently.
Yeah.
My dad said.
Davo. Big D Davo.
Okay. Hey, North Carolina. Who am I here with today?
Ted.
Okay, if you could live in a time period, what time period would it be and why?
Yesterday.
Okay, thank you.
That's
What okay, you can say why.
what I want to.
Who am I here with?
Lindsay Siegel.
All right, if you could be born in one time period, what time period would it be and why?
It's a tough question. So much of it depends on the kind of person you're born as, what kind of life you wind up living. I kind of like, I don't know, I'd hate to go back in time, when the medicines were awful and hygiene was horrible. And I don't know, I have to say now or sometime in the future, which is hopefully better. There's no time in the past that I really want to go back to.
All right, thank you.
You want?
The dental clinic is coming to Monument this week. On May 18th, we will have a dental hygienist available for those in need. The appointment will be the equivalent to a 6-month checkup, so this opportunity is only available for those who have not seen a hygienist within the past 6 months. There are 10 appointments available, so make sure you either fill out the school permission form soon or contact the school nurse, Rhonda Patrick, directly. Next up, we have Digby with places around the Berkshires, Ava with world news, and then we end with a superhero review.
Hello, and welcome back to A Simple Guide to the Berkshires. This week is the start of something new. I've come to realize that the Berkshires are too big, and there are too many towns, but I also just don't have the time to say that much about them, especially if I do it every single week. So this week I'm going to be doing two birds with one stone sort of situation. So without further ado, Egremont and Mount Washington. For the longest time, I've been getting Egremont and Monterey confused. Maybe it had something to do with the names. I guess they're sort of similar in a way, but anyway. Egremont is pretty different from Monterey. I mean, as far as towns in southern Berkshires are different. It's far more like Otis, but we'll be getting to that in a later episode. It's pretty empty, but it has Catamount and a couple of hikes and waterfalls, so that's nice, but Mount Washington, on the other hand. Mount Washington is supposedly the most isolated place in Massachusetts. And I don't doubt it. It only has 4 roads outside of the town that all connect in Egremont. There's very few things outside of it, too. In fact, its own namesake, Mount Washington, is mostly in Egremont. So the two towns were originally lived in by the Mohican people. Mount Washington is, of course, named after the nearby Mount Washington. Meanwhile, people can't agree if Egremont was named after Egremont in England or the Earl of Egremont. Egremont has a population of 1,208, while Mount Washington's population is only 136. Wow, I don't think we're going to beat that. I mean, that's barely a town. Egremont is 18.9 square miles, while Mount Washington is 22.4 square miles. I give them both 6 out of 10, but for pretty different reasons. I mean, Egremont is a little too basic, while Mount Washington is that toned up to 11, and you gotta give it credit for going all in one thing. So next week, another double with Otis and Sanderson.
These next few weeks will hold the very last games of the spring sports. Head on over to Arbiter Sports app for location, time, and even score details of upcoming and past sports games. Now, let's head on over to movie reviews, and then after that we have TV show reviews, and then we have this week's shoe review.
Mirabel is part of the magical
Madrigal
family. The family lives in the hidden mountains of Colombia called Encanto. Every child of the family has been blessed with magic except Mirabel. Her sisters had beauty and strength, and she was left with nothing. When she realizes the Encanto magic is crumbling, Mirabel goes on an adventure to save her home.
So instead of saying our favorite characters, we're going to say our least favorite because we both hate a certain person. So we both hate Mirabelle. We just don't like her. She's kind of a pick-me, and I think that she just needs to be cut off the show. She kind of ruined the movie, not gonna lie. Like, I just love the movie. I love the visuals, but when she opened her mouth, a kind of new level of anger, like, came over me.
Yeah, Mirabelle really just was annoying. I mean, she is the reason the magic was crumbling in the first place. So she stopped it from getting worse, but a lot of damage was done because of her.
Yep. What did you think of Encanto?
Actually, no, I don't like the Buff Girl song. I don't like the Buff Girl
That
song.
was my favorite,
Why?
actually.
It was kind of iffy. I didn't like it. But he looks like, what's his name?
Mirabelle.
No, he looks like that one dude, that one boy.
Oh, a Bruno.
Yeah, he looks like that.
Oh my god. Thank you. Thank you, John.
I thought you were going to say...
Okay. You have to say the question again.
No. What do you think about the movie Encanto?
I hate it so much.
And why do you hate it?
I just think it's like a really bad movie, and just didn't like it. You know, like not my type of movie.
I got you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have you ever seen the movie Encanto?
We're not doing this because I look like one of the characters.
What do you need to do?
We're not doing that.
Oh, yeah, after that.
So, Dylan, what do you think of the movie Encanto?
It was terrible
Why?
because it was stupid.
Okay, thanks.
The first pair of shoes for this week is a pair of multicolored Air Force Ones. The Air Forces are pretty beat up. They're pretty dirty and creased. I still like them though. I give them a 6 out of 10.
I think they're pretty cool. It's better twist to the basic white ones. I would give this a 7. Okay, next up we have a pair of some sort of running shoe. I'm not too sure of the brand, but they're in pretty good condition and they look good for running. So I'll give it like a 5.
They're okay. They're good for what they're used for. I'd give them a 4 out of 10. The next pair of shoes is a pair of white and blue Nike shoes. I like them. They're not that creased. They're kind of clean. They can go with many outfits. I like them, so I'd probably give them a 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool shoe. I haven't seen many of these around, so it's cool to see newer shoes. They're in pretty good condition, so I'll give these a 6. Next up, we have a pair of all black skate shoes, and the white laces were a good touch. I think that's pretty good what they're used for, so I'll give these a 6.
I like the white laces. I think they're good for what they're used for. I like them. I'd give them a 7 out of 10. The last pair of shoes for today is a pair of blue Jordans. I don't like them that much. I think they're kind of weird. I think he could have styled them better, though. I don't think the pants are very good. Yeah, so I'd probably give them a 4.5 out of 10.
They're not bad. I don't love the colors. Like, the style's fine, but, like, I don't love the colors, especially with the pants. The pants are not the best, but wait, do I have to rate it out of 10? 5.
Our very own Special Olympics took place this past Wednesday, and it was wonderful. Seeing everyone's faces light up was amazing. Congratulations to everyone who participated. You did absolutely amazing. It is truly such a special monument tradition. Next up, we have this week's automotive review, and then we're going to dive into this week's version of This or That. avid reader or just love dogs, I have the perfect opportunity for you. This summer, head on over to the town of Great Barrington as they are hosting a Read and Wag every Wednesday from 3:45 to 4:45. This event takes place at the Mason Library, and there are 3 doggo friends who will attend: Java Joe, Nellie, and Lilar. I may be saying that wrong. But anyway, go check it out. It sounds like a great time. So now on a different note, we have Athlete of the Week. Then Riley changes things up with national sports, speed drawing, and August interesting facts.
Who am I here with?
Caleb,
What spring sport do you do?
baseball.
How have your first couple of games gone?
It's been pretty good.
How is the team doing?
They're doing pretty good except for that one day.
What is your record?
A record? I don't remember.
How is your team chemistry looking?
Pretty good.
What have you done to build your team chemistry?
Talk to them, I don't know.
What's your biggest strength so far?
Speed.
What's your biggest weakness?
Biggest, I would say just fielding a bit.
How will you help improve your weakness by the end of the season?
Maybe practice.
Would you encourage others to join your sport?
Yeah.
What's your goal?
Hit a home run, baby.
What influenced you to start playing?
I just like baseball. It's a fun sport. Like, I don't know, a lot of sports just bring that fun.
Who is your biggest influence and why?
Biggest influence? Water boy. No, I don't know. Supporting my team.
Okay, goodbye.
Yeah.
And now as we finish off the evening, it is time for the senior countdown. As of today, for seniors, there are only 12 calendar days left and 10 school days. Next up, we have Sam comparing athletes of different eras. Then we have another great restaurant review, and finally, another segment of dates with mates.
The question of who is the better player between Portugal's Cristiano Ronaldo and Argentina's Lionel Messi is the biggest conundrum in soccer since the Diego Maradona and Pele debate. Ronaldo has scored more club goals than Messi, but also played 2 more seasons. While the Portuguese star has scored more goals, Messi takes the scoring crown with a higher season average, 37.9 to 35. When it comes to passing the ball, Messi wipes the floor. Not only can the great player score, but he can also create opportunities for his teammates to score, racking up assists. Before the 2022 World Cup, Ronaldo had more goals and fewer World Cup appearances. But after Messi's performance in the 2022 World Cup, scoring 7 goals, 3 assists, and leading his team to a World Cup trophy, which Ronaldo has never done, it is safe to say Messi's got the edge when it comes to World Cups. Titles. Ronaldo has 1 European League title, and Messi has 1 Copa de America title. Messi is the only one with an Olympic title, while Ronaldo does not have one. Ronaldo has 7 league titles, 5 Champions League titles, and 3 national cups, while Messi has 11 league titles, 4 Champions League titles, and 7 national cups. Although the 2 players will go down as 2 of the best players to play the sport,
Welcome back to Food Reviews with the Dudes. This week, I went to the local hotspot, Soko Creamery. It's the best place in Great Barrington to get some yummy ice cream. We made the long trek from my house to Soko. Once we got into Soko, it was a tough decision to make. I spent so much time deciding. So much time. It's crazy. It's cray for real. Up getting mango sorbet with rainbow sprinkles on top. It's my go-to favorite sorbet flavor. I 100% recommend. 100%. The owner was super sweet and lovely to talk to. What a great guy. The ice cream was a 10 out of 10. I do recommend hitting up Soko Creamery for little ice cream dates. Maybe don't hit it up, maybe just go there. Fine. When I was eating my ice cream, I felt like such a cool dude. It was great sightseeing in Great Barrington on the way back. What a lovely town to just look through windows in. Wow. Just ruining the clean window. it for this week's episode. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week with some more food reviews with us dudes.
Okay, we are here with Maya. Hello, we are here with Tatum. Maya, how many babies do you plan on having in the future?
2, 3 max.
2, 3 max. Okay, cool. But Tatum, how many babies do you plan on having in the future?
Probably 2.
2? What is your ideal type?
Anybody who's like 7 out of 10 and up.
Perfect.
Okay, Tatum, what is your ideal type?
Tall, and I like to say redhead, but it always ends up being dirty blonde. Kind.
Nice.
And communicative.
Ooh, that's a good word.
What is the most important principle in a relationship?
Trust? Is that a principle? Yeah, trust.
Yeah.
What do you think is the most important principle in a relationship?
Communication.
Samesies.
What were you to do if your partner had an affair?
Probably have a screening match.
Okay.
What would you do if your partner had an affair, maybe with somebody close to you?
I think it depends on the circumstances and if I think we could work through it, or like if they feel bad about it just in general, or if they don't love me anymore.
Okay. Do you believe in marriage?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Okay, do you believe in marriage, Tatum?
I do believe in marriage. However, I think it is a bit misconstrued and it is not such a big deal unless it's for religious purposes.
Understandable. I agree with that.
What would you do if your spouse left you at the altar?
Cry.
Yeah. And
what would you do if your spouse left you at the altar if you were to get married?
I think I'd laugh.
Okay. All right, and I think that is it. Thank you.
Well, this brings us to the end of this week's edition. We'll be back next week, same time, same channel. Thank you for joining us this evening. This has been your host, Samantha. Have a great night, everyone.